Then what we're actually going to do is go to where the shot happens. More importantly, to where the scope scales out. So that's where it starts. If I go out then to where it finishes, which is by there, and I'll go to where it's the furthest out, which is by there, and I think I changed it up to like 22 maybe. I'll do 21 actually. Do 9 plus 10, and yeah, you don't actually need to edit the keyframe, you know, smoothness and stuff, because it just goes like straight out and back in. Really, it looks pretty good. You can also maybe use effects and blur it when it goes further out, which could be kind of cool. There's a lot more you could do to the effect that I haven't done. I'm just showing you guys the most basic version which I've done really. So scale by here. You can basically copy the shot, you know, zoom, keyframe, basically, and it'll, because it's the same animation for when it zooms out every time. If you just go to the end here, scale, go to where he turns away, and go down, go up. There you go. That's where it starts. And then we said, what did we say? We said 8. So go to the end here. Just click 8. Oh no, I did it in the wrong layer. But there we go. It's down to 8. And yeah, that should be pretty good now. And it looks pretty good, pretty accurate. So if I RAM preview that now, you'll see how it scales up, like that, by there, and yeah, so it looks pretty good. And now I'm gonna show you how to do some masking. This I only use a little bit at the start, basically, like, you know, where the scope covers that. However, later on you may need to, if your logo's big enough. Like my one kind of needs to be masked on the bottom and the sides a bit, but when you're actually, you know, when you have it all edited and stuff, you probably won't even notice it. So, you know, you can have it masked. You may need to change the size of the logo if you want to have it, you know, so you don't have to mask anything. As again, I'm just showing you the most basic, you know, form of this. So don't know why I keyframe the scale then, didn't need to shut the scale tab. So what we got is the you know, the top side here. So you're gonna click by there roughly, click by there on your mask tool, which if you click G you can, you know, get it, make roughly an arc like that, then this just mask around like that. Okay, so then click M, which brings up the mask. Keyframe the mask path, and it'll go back by there, and just drag that forward like so. You can do it on this mode just for when we're while we're making it, so you can actually see what you're cutting out, and then you see it stops. So then you're going to click inverted, and it will invert the mask. So see there, half the logo is cut off. You go there, you go forward, bang. It looks pretty perfect if you mask it right. And yeah, mixed with the scale, it looks pretty accurate. Not gonna lie, I think it looks pretty accurate. So got that all tracked and stuff. Now comes the hard part. Well, I say the hard part, the part which takes the longest. So what we're gonna do, I'm just gonna show you for the first section, because it's the same for the rest of them, but obviously it takes a bit of time to do. So I'll just show you just the first one. We should be done maybe in 8 minutes. Maybe, who knows really. So I'm going to turn off the top layer. What we're going to do is I'm going to start roughly halfway. You probably should do it from the start, but I'm a bit lazy, and yeah, I just find it easier to start from here. So actually I'm going to choose a better frame, like there. Yeah, that looks good. So what we're actually going to do is click Q, or, you know, click the rectangle tool, and first of all we're going to duplicate the layer. Okay, simple thing, Control D on the layer, duplicates it. Then with the mask, you're going to mask just under where the logo is, where the red thing is, because we're going to mask this out. We're basically going to hide this now, which you guys may be a bit confused as to how you do it, but it shouldn't be too hard. So go into motion trackers actually, and you can just delete them. I have 2 tracks for some reason, but I'm going to go there, click M, looks good, do Shift and P. So you have both the mask and the position there. You can keyframe the mask and the position, why not? Then if you go onto there, you see it if you turn off the bottom layer, you can see that you just have that bit by there, at the part which you've masked out. So if I go, click V there, if I change the position so that it goes above that, that looks pretty good. We're actually going to change the mask, because I would like it to be a little bit bigger, you know, vertically, just like that. And when you're zoomed out, you can't really notice this if you have like the logo on front, and with all the effects like you saw in the actual preview which I showed you, you can't even notice this, as I'm pretty sure none of you, you know, it even clicked that it was there, maybe until it was at the end and I was pausing it around about, you know, where the gunshot happened there. Anyway, enough of that. So zoom in like roughly this much I like to use, because you can see the entire scope completely in your view. So now you have the mask and the position keyframed. You may need to do this frame by frame. This is why it takes a bit of time. But if you turn off that logo, if you go back, click off of it so you can see. Wherever you see a bit of red, that's probably when you're going to have to move it. So, red by there. Move the position down. I think moving the position there will work. Or not. Or not. You can just change the mask path, drag that up, and it should end up covering it. Basically with this, you're going to have to do a lot of it by hand and just manually move it. See by here, it's at it goes a bit higher there, so you just move the mask up and just do it so it covers it, you know. Keep in the mask and the position, because, you know, you may need to move one and then the other, and etc. So you know, you can get a bit funky with the mask when it gets around here. Just do a keyframe by keyframe, try and control it. And yeah, so they see, try and match it with the background, what you're masking. You see here, it's kind of similar to what the background is. See there, it's all masked, and but there is where you actually have that. So I'm just going to drag it down and across like so, so it completely covers it. Let's go back and just check. You can't see any red. If you see like a little bit on the outside, it's not really too big of a problem, you know. It's nothing major. But obviously if you're a perfectionist like I am, you may want to just try to make it as accurate as possible. This is a bit awkward because you have the black up there and the blue, but whatever. As long as you just mask it, you know, shouldn't look really too bad. Drop that down a little bit again, and that basically like completely blends in. See there, it's pretty accurate until it drops down like that. Where you're gonna just go like, yeah, drag it down like that. Pretty solid, and yeah, so that's the first section, all edited, well, all masked up. So you're gonna go into the mask settings, change the feather to 3 and the expansion also to 3. So make it 3 pixels like bigger out, but also it'll feather it 3 pixels. So it looks a bit cleaner. May mess up with the color by there, so you may want to just change them to 2 or whatever, because you can see a bit of red, but with the logo on top you're not going to notice that. So me personally, I prefer the color orange. That's my, you know, that's my brand colors effectively. My, you know, that's what my channel, that's my channel colors. So I'm gonna make the logo orange. Now we're also gonna have to grab a fill here for this, so drag it onto there. I'm just gonna choose my color, which you want to try and use a lighter version of your color, roughly. I don't know, you're gonna have to mess around with these settings quite a bit because it's not completely accurate. But FL glow, fresh lift glow, if you don't have it, get it. It's brilliant. Change this to 30. This stays at 1. This changes to 2.05. And the aspect you're gonna have as minus 0.17. See there, a couple of effects are on there, should be on screen and stuff. So do that, duplicate that. You're gonna have 2 layers of glow. See, it looks really bright now. If you change this down to 26, it stays as 1. The gamma to 0.5, so it's not as bright now. Then the aspect stays the same. It's all good like that. Those are all the glow settings done. And you can see now it's starting to look like it's a bit shiny, like the like on the edit it was a bit glowy around it. Mine, as I said before, if you have a bit of a thin outline, then these settings are good because it makes it look like it's a thicker outline than there actually is. But if you're using a logo which already has a pretty big you know, what do you call it, outline, you may want to try and edit it so that the radius is a little bit less, and you know, so it doesn't go out as much, obviously. So go into there. Ooh, actually with the mask here, I forgot to say, after no logo is then behind it, you can then grab the mask and grab the mask and throw it to the side because you don't need it anymore, you know. Okay, so you got those 2 effects on there. Then you're gonna choose Star Glow. Go down, just choose Trap Code Star Glow. Again, another thing you're gonna need to get. It should be on. Well, you're gonna have to change it to Warm Star. I think I used. Yeah, Warm Star gives you a nice orange color. Well, I think it looks pretty nice. Keep that on lightness. Then you're going to boost streak to 0.5. Change the boost light to 50. We're going to do color map A, 1 color, color map B, 1 color. You got to just change these to a bit more accurate. Well, because I'm using the an orange logo and I'm going for an orange sort of look, I'm going to just make these a bit more orange. But obviously, if you're going for like a green, say, you're probably going to want to change this to, you know, whatever setting gives you a kind of orangey sort of look. Otherwise, you're just going to have to do the colors manually, a bit like I was there. So that's all the Star Glow done, I'm pretty sure. Yep. Then I use Unsharpen. Wow, okay. I can't even spell Unsharpen mask. There you go. Drag it onto there. Amount 50, it's already done like that. Radius to 5. And the threshold to 2. Now, it doesn't really look like it does much, but trust me, it does look a little bit better. And you see already, it's looking perfect. We just need to have one final effect. Okay, vibrance, just like that. If I click it and drag it onto here, then I change the vibrance to 100. Makes the color look a lot better, just like that. So as you can see, it looks pretty good now. It looks pretty good. This is basically the final look. You can obviously, if you want, edit the settings up even more so it looks different. But if I even just give me a second, cut that by there, extract work area. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I don't know what I was trying to do then. But if you go to home, you can actually then just watch this back and you see it looks pretty good. It looks pretty accurate. You got the mask in the background, which obviously you can tweak up and do however you want. That's just how I masked the red with that. No, that layer. Yeah. So yeah, guys. Basically, that is it. I'm pretty sure that's it. As I said, you can mask, you know, around the bottom and the edges and stuff if you want. You could even maybe have a vignette, around here, but that would be awkward because every single point you're gonna have to, you know, move. You can maybe track the points, but it'd be a bit awkward. I don't know. But yeah, as I was saying, you could use a vignette, you could mask could do a lot more to make this look more realistic, but in the end that's just what I've got. So I'm actually going to go to no, not there. Where is it? Is that the final one? I'm just gonna drag these settings onto here just so you can see what the color looks like. Again, as I said, you can mess up with some settings. You may want to use some saturation. Use less saturation on this just to make it a bit more colorful, maybe, or I don't know. You can just mess around with the settings if you want. Do what you want. Do what you want. Just make the color look exactly how you want. Make sure the CC doesn't, you know, mess it up a bit like mine has now. But in the edit, you can see it's not. Oh, well, I just opened some other program. You see, it's not hugely. This isn't green. It's not hugely green. It's just got a slight hint. So anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please remember to leave a like, comment down below as always, and let me know if you like this you know, this tutorial. I'll probably do it into 2 parts, but hopefully you guys liked it. If you did, leave a like. It's too early for me. Comment down below as always, and subscribe for more daily content. I've been your boy vKilljoyy, and I'm out, guys. Peace.